How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Chilly night again. Not too bad though. Was cold enough to snow today, and we got a lot of snow yesterday. So we built a big old snowman today, which was pretty fun. While everybody's still joining in, I'm going to grab my safety glasses and bring over my hammer. What is up, Jim? How's it going? And John's in the house, Kara in the house. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody had a nice weekend. Was it nice? Stop cussing. What? When did I swear? Yeah, not quite. It was cold enough but warm enough to snow today. So my daughter had a snow day. It's going good, John. Yeah, my daughter had a snow day from school today, so we had a couple. Oh, S? Snow? Is that what? Ah. But yeah, no, we had a snowball fight, built a snowman. Sorry, Jim, can't say those words without saying snow. Start with this geode today. What up, Justin? No snow. Lucky. We got a little bit of snow. Enough to make a big old snowman. At the end of the show, I'll walk outside and I'll show you guys the snowman we built. And it's all good, Justin. I appreciate you popping in, my friend. Have a good night at work. It's going to be geode number 1, guys. Get the show on the road. If you guys did not see my post earlier, as I said last week, today I launched officially, well technically last night I posted the video, but my YouTube channel is officially up and running now. So I shared a link earlier today for that. So I'm excited for that. Got some cool things, cool things planned for that. That is for sure. Hello, honey. All right. Geode number 1. Can you? Is that really necessary right now? One right there. But yeah, if you guys didn't see, definitely check it out. It's the same video that I shared here before that I worked on collecting, but it's over on YouTube now, and then all my streams that I've had here on Facebook are gonna end up over there. What's up, Taylor? How you doing? Taylor and Julie. Got any more of that geode crack? Absolutely. You've come to the right place. Alright, here we are, guys. Geode number 1. I think you can see it enough. Yeah, my glasses are all scratched up. And it's a bust. That's okay. First one's pretty much solid with a little tiny cavity in there with some quartz and some chalcedony over it. Let's see. Watching from New Zealand. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you tuning in. I have no idea. What time is it in New Zealand right now? Jeanette said if you come into the garage, you have to say hi. Honey. Oh. There you go. She said hey. All right. On to geode number 2. That's all right. Sometimes they're solid. We don't know until we try to crack them open. Do this one next. Geodized fossil of some sort. Probably a bivalve or clam, something like that. You can definitely tell from this little corner of it. 3:24 p.m. Wow. Yeah, no, it's... Okay, so 5 hours ahead. Hey, Lee, I'm so glad. So glad you're able to tune in, my friend. Getting on to geode number 2 here. It's a brachiopod, so my guess is it's going to be probably mostly hollow. Or, sorry, mostly solid. Maybe a little bit hollow. I feel like a lot of the brachiopods most of the brachiopods I crack open are pretty solid. I think this one up here. All right. Sure you guys can see it there. And here we are, geode number 2, guys. Hopefully it doesn't pop out. I don't know. Yeah. I knew it. Little pain in the butt. They do not always want to work with me. I don't want to have to break this one in half, but it's got such a weird shape to try and... Yeah. Or just do it again. And if anybody's curious, this is called a soil pipe cutter, this tool here that I'm using. It's not intended to use, or it is not intended to be used on geodes, but it works really well. It's made for snapping pipes. There we are. Hopefully it'll crack this time. Yep, it flew all the way over. And like I thought, it's a solid one. But a little tiny cavity there. That definitely makes me believe more so that it's a brachiopod, because the brachiopods that I have cracked open that have had any sort of cavities have been like striations, like line cavities, not just a whole open. Charlotte, North Carolina area. I'm not too sure if you've got any over there, not off the top of my head that I can recall. If you haven't seen the video I made about collecting, that's the one I shared today, and that's what I'm talking about. Check that one out, because it definitely gives you an idea of what they look like out in the creeks and stuff where I collect them. Depending on where you go, they can be very obvious. Like the ones that I collect, I'm used to what the outside looks like. There's a very particular, yeah, and it's definitely still sparkly. There's a particular exterior to them, you know, that I'll be bringing up the geodes I'm cracking tonight, and you'll see most of them look pretty similar. I'm not too sure. It's not even... What's going on, Brandon? Good evening from South Carolina. It's still something that's debated. There's theories out there, but nobody's really been able to prove exactly what causes the fossils to turn to geodes. There are some folks that even will say that's not a fossil. But I've collected ones that are very obviously a fossil of some sort. or remnants of a fossil, and also very obviously a geode. West Virginia, I'm not too sure. I know where I collect, the region that I collect in, southern Indiana, has geodes. Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So I'm not too sure. You're not too terribly far from that area. If you want to, shoot me a message after the show, or post another comment after the stream, because sometimes it's hard for me to get to all the comments during the show. But I'll try and do some research for you whenever I can. All right. Let's do, this one's a bigger. Oh yeah, California does as well. There's some to the north. Yeah, happy early birthday, Jim. Some to the north in California and some to the south as well. All right, this one I'm going to try and crack around this way to just try and get as big as a face as we can once it's split open. This one's got a little bit of an odd shape, but we should be okay with it. If anybody's curious about where to buy one of these, I definitely recommend getting one used, eBay and stuff like that, Craigslist, or whatever way you have. Buying them secondhand is definitely ideal, because buying one brand new is $500 to $600. Some of them are up to almost $800, because like I said, they're intended use for these tools. They're to crack pipes, so if you're just going to beat on it with some geodes, might as well get a used one. Like this one here, my brother got for me, and I think was around $200, a little under $200. The thing is older than I am, and I've been beating on it for like 6 months, and I'm just going to keep using it until the chain finally breaks. And that's the thing too, you can replace the chain, so you don't need to replace the whole thing if the chain goes out on you. But I'm just going to keep beating on it until it finally breaks and see. Alright, geode number 3, guys. And always want to wear safety glasses. You see sparks flying, there's little pieces that go flying. Half the geode flew over here earlier, so. Alright, that one's pretty easy to break open. I'll be quiet, Jim. So it looks like it has a cavity, but basically what it is here is these quartz crystals in here have grown into each other, and these ones on this side have as well, and it's just kind of, that's the way it's split. So it looks like it's a cavity, but it's, the negative side is over here. Still pretty interesting. Some pretty clear quartz right in there too. Mark and Tanya, welcome to the show. Hello from Tennessee, how you doing? Yeah, this one's still a pretty one. It'll be a nice one to clean up. That is for sure. Yeah, definitely a weird split. And it didn't take much force to get it cracked. All right. If you've seen me in my streams before, you've seen that I find geodized fossils that I've talked about. This one here is an ammonoid of some sort, or a spiral gastropod, but you can see here this is the bottom, and this is where it opens up, and that's cavity. But this one's pretty light, and it's got a similar exterior to the ones that I crack open that have the really pretty quartz and goethite. So I think that if this one is hollow, we're going to see some spiraled or some curved cavities in here. And I think we'll see some really pretty quartz, unless it is solid. And most people will get upset for cracking one like this, especially when it's kind of Well, this one's a little more obvious than the ones I've cracked before, that this was some sort of gastropod. Yeah, no, that wasn't smoky. That was just dirty. So we're gonna try and crack this one around this way, but we'll see. This little part right here is what worries me, because it gets really, really thin right there. So I'm gonna take my time with this one, but I think it's gonna be really cool. Because like I said, it's pretty light. So I'm hopeful. All right, I think we got it. These ones always make me nervous because it could be something like really, really awesome, or it could just be a bust. Whew! Fingers crossed it's something cool, and we don't lose it. Still interesting. So, we got a couple different cavities in it. We've got some cubic quartz down in here that's got a really, really light coating of chalcedony. Like a super light coating, which at the end I'll turn it around and show you guys. But it definitely looks like in this has got some goethite over the quartz, like I thought. That side's a little bit more dirty, but in here is a little bit more clear. Yeah, so that's an interesting one. It almost seems like the cavities in here go inside and come out to that one. So if that's the case, then I would kind of confirm my suspicions of this being some sort of coiled shell creature of some sort. So, an interesting one, definitely. Glad it wasn't salad. All right, now, some folks asked on that video I did out collecting if I was going to be cracking any of those geodes. So this geode here is the one that I took the time to chip away at underneath the ice. So, found a very large glassy quartz looking rocks at a beach. Ooh, hold on, let me click. So this one's gonna be an interesting one. Gonna try and crack it around this way, but all right, sounds good, man. Just be safe if you're driving. I don't know about this one. This one's funky. We'll see. I'm gonna have to do this one just in half this way, unfortunately. It's got way too weird of a shape. But pretty sure it's a radler. So I think we might have some pretty quartz in here. That would be my guess. I love you. Alright, sorry about that. This one's kind of shaped like the Millennium Falcon. Alright, here we are. Geode number 5. This one's interesting. Definitely have to clean it up. This one kind of broke. Oh, I love you guys too. So this one's got some sparkly quartz in there, but it's a little dirty right now. And then there's the other half of this one. It's alright, I know these ones haven't been super exciting, but I've got a couple over here that I'm hopeful for. Like this big guy. It's a big geodized horn coil. And it's pretty light. And this one I'm hopeful it's got some quartz with some goethite. And it's gonna be a nice one to crack. But that one's gonna be last. Haha. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. I have fun doing it. And I think some other folks enjoy it too. So I keep on doing it. Here's a pretty light geode here. Let's see what is inside. Joe, welcome to the show. I agree, Mary. That one's going to be interesting. We got Diana and Taylor. Welcome to the stream, guys. One more date first. Oh, my pipe cutter's trying to take me down. Can we get it around this way? I think we can. Man, I've said before, if one of my neighbors like walked by and just heard me in here talking and like breaking open geodes and stuff like that and didn't know about all this going on right here, I would sound like a crazy person. I mean, I am a crazy person, but I don't need my neighbors thinking that. All right, here we are, guys. Hopeful on this one. This one's pretty light. Ooh, sparks are flying. Oh, this one's gonna be a butt. I don't have leverage on it. There we go. All right. So we've got some more cubic quartz with, and if folks aren't familiar with that term, cubic quartz is the formation that quartz will grow in. I have a recording of screaming going on. Oh man, that'd be funny. So cubic quartz is quartz that will grow with, instead of the typical points on the top having 5 sides, it will have 3 sides. And a lot of people will see it and say it's different minerals. They'll try and say it's dogtooth calcite, but quartz can grow that way. But, like I've said before in my streams, I've always noticed with quartz that ends up with chalcedony over it, it always is cubic quartz. I haven't come across a geode, and I crack a lot of geodes. I have not come across a geode that had chalcedony over just a regular traditional 5-faceted point of quartz. It's always cubic. And this one is really interesting too because this one's got a whole point in there. And at the end, guys, I always turn the cameras around and show you. Well, yeah, this little point is really interesting. I can't even see all of your message, but hey, Noah, welcome to the show, my friend. How you doing tonight? My man. As usual, I always drink through the Snapple apple first, so strawberry kiwi today. Still good. Still not sponsored by them, but hey, I'm on YouTube now. Sorry for the loud noise. I'm on YouTube now, so maybe I can actually get Snapple to sponsor me. Just start carrying around Snapple wherever I go. Here's a little one that I don't think we'll have a whole lot. It's a geodized something. Can't tell what it is. Feels pretty solid, but my daughter Paisley said when we were out here having our snowball fight, we're running in and out. I had her pick out one for us to crack, and she picked this one out and said we should do this one on the show. So this is the Paisley requested geode here. And I told her whatever's inside, I would give it to her. And she said, okay, as long as it's not ugly. So I hope it's something pretty for her. And then after this one, guys, we are down to 4 more geodes to crack open. But I didn't say in the description, I have an announcement to make today as well. 2 weeks in a row with awesome things happening. Last week we had me announcing that YouTube was coming. Today that launched, which is already doing so much better than I thought. I didn't expect to have 30 subscribers in the first day, but I'm already at 30. So that's awesome. If you guys haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it. But that's your own discussion. Here we are with the Paisley Special. Okay. I guess she chose a good one. This one's actually really pretty. It's hard to see, but it's got some really nice druzy in there. And it's definitely got some calcite. So at the end, we'll... Donnie, welcome to the show, my friend. Donnie and Maggie and Justin and Sarah. Hey, yeah, better late than never, my friend. You are just in time. No worries. Just cracked open this one at my daughter's request. So, yeah, really pretty one. It's perfect, too, because it's a nice size to sit on her little shelf in her bedroom. All right. We're going to do this one here. I noticed with this kind of white stuff on the exterior that's normally remnants of some sort of fossil. So this is definitely something that kind of blew up. It's pretty light. I normally find with these ones there's a lot of really pretty calcite inside. Sometimes even with banding similar to agate, I've found. I've cracked a couple that way that are really cool. I cracked one that had a similar exterior to this one, and I'll have to try and dig it out. It's in one of these bins in here somewhere. But looking at it normally, you don't see anything, but if you hit it under the UV, I swear it looks exactly like an agate, like agate bands. But it's the calcite, and you can only see it with the UV light, so it's so awesome. And I gotta dig it out. It's somewhere in the abyss that is this a garage. So some folks that crack geodes this way will recommend making a stand for it. You know, I've thought of that, and I think if I ever do, like with my YouTube channel now, I've got plans to do some different kinds of videos, you know, maybe even a video of meeting up with some folks and going out and doing collecting with a group of people, and then shooting some footage at the end of cracking open geodes for people, different things like that. And so maybe for a scenario like that, I might make like a little on-the-go type stand. But otherwise, I really like having it loose like this because I can get much more intimate with the geode, and not in a weird sense. Jim, shut up. I know you're going to say something. But I can get the breaks that would be too difficult if you're, you know, if it's just fixed in place, you know. So here we are, guys. After this one, we have 3 geodes left in the show. I think it's sliding off. We might lose it, but we might be able to save it. Check out those sparks, though. Oh, we saved it. Ooh. Mostly solid. This one will be interesting to try and polish up. But this little cavity here, it's hard to see, but it's a really pretty druzy quartz. And same thing on the other side. So you can see in this quartz here, there's a couple things about the quartz out in Indiana. You can find milky quartz, just quartz that's just straight white. And then there's also quartz that you will come across that looks like it's just white on the inside and then the quartz on the outside. And with that, I used to think that maybe it was like a first generation milky quartz with a second generation quartz over it, but some folks have done some research into it, and I think the common conception right now is that those white parts in the inside, which we can see on this side, it's hard to see from the front facing camera, so I'll show you guys when I flip it around at the end, but it's actually a seed crystal on the inside. It's actually gypsum, which is pretty cool. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope everything is going well and you're recovering all right. And I'm glad you're able to tune in and it's making that go better for you. All right, 3 geodes left, guys. We'll do this little one, which is, I think, a rattler, unless it's me going crazy, but it's a horn coral, which you can see. So we're gonna just crack this one around this way. Can you ship geodes? It depends on where you are. But if you're looking to send rocks in, it doesn't have to be geodes or anything like that. I recommend using, the U.S. Post Office has flat rate boxes. So a medium box is like $15, large box is $21, and they technically have a weight restriction of 70 pounds, but let me tell you, I've jam-packed as many geodes as I can in one of those things, and I didn't even come near 70 pounds. So unless you're shipping like a whole bunch of like hematite or really heavy mineral, galena or something like that, you should be fine. But then it gets to be a little tricky, like shipping overseas and things like that. There's much more restrictions with that. Like I think even doing a flat rate box, the limit of 70 pounds jumps down to like 6 pounds. So all right, guys. Geode number 9 of the night. A little guy, pretty light. Hopefully it's not completely solid, but we will see. And No, it is not. Ooh, how pretty. This just goes to show the last show I did too. Gary, welcome to the show, man. 70 pounds of gold. Ha! Give me 70 pounds of gold and I will ship you some. You give me 70 and I'll give you back 30. That sounds like a good deal to me. So, like I said, this was a horn coral. And check that one out. So pretty. I don't really talk about sales here, so Sasha, if you want, just go ahead and shoot me a message, okay? I don't want to bring sales into it. But yeah, this is a really pretty one. Can't wait to turn this one around. I don't see any goethite, but that's okay. It's got some really pretty terminations in here, though. Lots of rainbows. Really pretty one. Yeah, definitely a really nice one. And like I said, guys, look at that. It's a horn coral. Some of my nicest geodes that I crack open are the ones that are geodized fossils. So I think Jeanette asked earlier, and I kind of lost track with talking to everybody. I think my understanding with and how I kind of make sense of how a geode, a fossil can turn into a geode. So what I think is, especially since these geodes are coming out of material that's like 350 million years old, I think what happens is a lot of times we'll see casts of fossils and things like that. So I think these fossils sit there, but then over time decay. So I think that then that just works just similarly to how geodes form in like volcanic areas. You know, there's a pocket there with gas and whatnot, and then it just has its perfect environment to grow and turn into a geode. So I think that's something that happens with these. And you know, normally a horn coral is much smaller, so I think it starts there and it blows up. Because like I've found geodes, like one I'll show you guys here. There's a big old geode I've got here. But you can notice a bit of symmetry in it. You know, you can see this main point here, and it comes up and splits up here. Well, then if you look closely, you see right in here, that's shell fragments. So this is a brachiopod. Odds are it wasn't this big, but this is a brachiopod that turned into a fossil. I'll set this down and I'll definitely turn this one around for you guys as well. But you can see right in here the ridges of the fossil, or of the shell in there as well. And you can see a bit here. And you can see that they're all starting and radiating from this point, so you can know that this was the hinge, this was the bottom of it. So this is an example of one that it's not quite obvious that it's a fossil, but this one was a fossil at some point. Thank you, Joel. I'm still learning all this. I've got no training at all. Google is my best friend. Wikipedia and things like that. All right, guys. 2 geodes left to go. Loosen this here a little bit. Another smaller one, pretty light. Just a regular old funky shaped geode. Gabby, welcome to the show. I read on Google, geode exterior is said to be like a cauliflower type of appearance. Yeah, that's not uncommon in the textures and bumps. From Houston, Texas. I need to get down to Texas and do some collecting. My man Donnie collects down there, and he's got some really, really sweet things that he's found. No. Get back in there. Be nice. Out. Like, see that whole thing I just did there. Would not be able to do that with this secured into a big frame and things like that. Oh, Gabby, are you there? Gabby, are you in the stream? If you are, I have a request. Here we are with geode number 10, guys. One more to go after this. Oh. Womp womp. Would you mind going and grabbing the link to my YouTube, that video that I just threw up? I definitely meant to copy that and put it in the description, but I forgot. A solid one, but still sparkly and pretty. One I might try and polish up. But that's all right, guys. We have one more geode, and that is this big old funky geodized horn coral here that rattles a little bit. All right, Noah, you have a good night, my man. Thank you, Gabby. I appreciate that. But yeah, check this thing out. You prescribed? Subscribed? Prescribed? All right, here we are, guys. This one is from Wyoming, where they live. SoCal. Woo! See, this is why I like asking where people are from, because other people comment and then you notice, like, oh, hey, look at that. There's somebody else that enjoys the same kind of things that I like, and they're, 20 miles away. This one makes me nervous. Like, I really hope it's not just completely solid. All right. Another one I'm going to take my time with, guys, so bear with me. Great things come to those who wait. And my little hammer is inside. So, for those curious why I'm doing that, it's just because, like I said, geodes are not what this is made for. So geodes kind of go boom when they break more than a pipe would. So this metal gets dinged up and beat up quite a bit. So that is why I've got to beat on it sometimes with this hammer to make sure it sits in properly and stays secure. Like I said, I plan to just use this thing until it won't work anymore and see how long that takes. So it makes me nervous. I don't want to lose it, and I don't want it to break funny, but I think I've got it. And I'll say again, and I've called it a couple times, I think my guess would be if this one is not hollow, or if it's not solid, it's going to have quartz and it's going to have goethite, and probably some hematite as secondaries. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Oh, that's not real wood. There it is. That it doesn't fall out and we get a nice break on this one. All right, what's going on? So it's definitely got some really pretty quartz, but I can't tell if there's any goethite over it yet. This one kind of broke a little funky. Oh, look at that. Yeah, this one broke really weird. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, there's the goethite. I'm too good at it. Just these ones. But that is definitely goethite over there. It's hard to see, but I'll turn it around and show you guys. Goethite, if you're not sure, is an iron related mineral. So when it's as a secondary like this, it'll grow and it'll be little needles, little black needles over it. Ooh, 83 in the stream. Welcome, guys. Man, I might have to. There's a lot in right now. Do I grab one more? Should I grab one more geode? First one to answer. 3, 2. Pause for a drink. 86. Yeah, I saw. Cody, welcome to the show. Nobody answered. Executive decision. Bonus. Bonus geode. Get out of there. All right. Here we are with this one, guys. Let's see what it's got inside. I don't know. It might be solid, but I got some hints on the outside of it that it might have some pretty quartz. It's a little pocket that is exposed. It's some really dirty but pretty druzy quartz on the outside. Welcome to the stream. Sonny, how you doing? We are on, technically at 11 for the show. I did an extra one. I normally do an extra one because why not? And then I'm going to get these laid out and we'll turn it around, and then I got something really awesome to talk to you guys about. Alrighty. It's a little dirty, but we've got some more cubic quartz with a light coating of chalcedony. Would you look at that? Yeah, I'm working on it. That was the plan. I was kind of trying out and seeing. Let's see. It won't show me how long it's been going right now, but yeah, this will be a cool one to get cleaned up. That is for sure. All right, bear with me just a moment here, guys. I'm going to get these turned around, set up, laid out, so we can check them out. Get these lights turned off so we can hit them with that UV light to see what's going on, if anything glows. I know we'll definitely have some calcite in some of these pieces here. And then if you guys did not see earlier, I shared a link to my first video I've posted to my YouTube channel. So if you guys want, my friend Gabby shared that here in the comments. If you guys want to check that out. It is the video that I've shared here before. The one that I worked on and showed you guys a glimpse of to where I go out and collect. So it is the same thing, but I would appreciate you guys checking it out over there. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Mind that little bit of a delay. I'm gonna get these lights turned off here. Boom, boom, and boom. And then we are gonna turn around this camera here and check out check out what we got. Normal, welcome to the stream. You are catching the recap. Janie, I appreciate that. Getting spooky. That's right. It's getting spooky up in here. All right. So this is that bonus geode we cracked open. So from Chicago, Jude, shout out to Chicago. I'm a Chicagoan, born and raised on the west side. I now live on the south side myself. So that is so awesome that you're tuning in. I really appreciate it. I got some awesome content. I stream every week. Tune in to the end of the show because I've got another announcement about some cool things that I'm going to be bringing. But like I said, guys, you can see that it's kind of rounded here. And that's that light coating of chalcedony. Say that 3 times fast. But as you can see here, and this point right there is cubic quartz because it's got 3 sides. Now, like I said earlier, a lot of folks will think that they'll mistake it for dogtooth calcite. I've made that mistake myself. And I later learned that there are many different ways that quartz can grow. And here we are. This is another example of that coating of chalcedony over the quartz. Now, if this had some more time here, and look at, you can see up here, ever so slightly is coated, and you can see even right in this corner, nothing on it. I love it when this happens. So there's nothing on it here. Clear crystals. And then a light, and then it just gets thicker. So that's just all the steps in between. And then this one is the one that's got that really funky point I was telling you about. Which is right there. Check that thing out. How that... Right? It does look like it's a cartoon. Now this is the first time I've seen this. This is similar to, and I know it comes from cubic, but it's almost like asparagus growth, I think. Unless that's just little points growing on top of that, or that just could be little botryoidal chalcedony coating or growing there. But those almost look like they've got some points to them. So I don't know. This one's funky. But yeah, look at that. Check that one out. Definitely a standalone and all that. And then again here, you can see on this one too, guys. If I can get this one propped. How it's still pretty sparkly down there, and it just gets kind of opaque there, and then bam, there's that chalcedony. All right, moving on. Oh, sorry. Don't mean to rotate it. Sorry, guys. Not trying to make it go all crazy. This one's looking a little smoky in there. It's really dirty. We'll have to get this one cleaned up. Just one that broke a little weird. This is the one that my daughter asked to open up, but look at that. Check out the druzy in that. This is definitely got some calcite in the thick parts up here. You could see it there too. This is going to be, I'm thinking that's going to be some banding in it right there. And here's the other half. Just really pretty. Hey, Brandy, how you doing? We've already cracked them all open, but we're still checking them out. Look at how sparkly it is down there. Really, really cool. Can't wait to check that one out. Like I said, that's definitely going to have some calcite in it. That's one of the solid ones, but still pretty. And even the solid ones sometimes will have some things going on with the UD. This one's got some crazy things going on. I'm thinking this might be some hematite in there as a secondary, unless it's just dirty. I'm not too sure. Jenny, welcome to the show. Winding down here a little bit, doing the recap right here at the end. And here we are. Look at that, guys. We've got some more cubic quartz. And this almost looks like golden, almost like pyrite, the color. But that's chalcedony over that quartz in there. It also just has to do with the flash of the camera here. And then there's the other half of that one there. Which, yeah, definitely look like we got some hematite-related things going on inside this little cavity in there. And then here we've got some more of this cubic quartz with chalcedony over it. I don't know. I was curious, and I guess I made... Terry likes when you talk dirty. I wasn't even talking dirty. Just dirty crystals. All right, then here's another one that was mostly solid, but this one has the seed crystals inside the quartz that I was talking about earlier. It's a little hard to see. As you can see in these ones here, there's a little bit on the inside of that quartz that is more white than the rest. And that is, like I said, a seed crystal of gypsum. So that's gypsum inside of the quartz here. Here's another one that was mostly solid. Almost looks like it's got some smoky, but it's just, unfortunately, it's just dirty. But it's really got some really pretty clean, clear quartz there. And then this is the other side. So this is the kind of bump that cracked very weirdly. But like I said, really pretty quartz. Some optical quartz in there. So I don't know if I might try to polish some of that. I don't think I showed the other half of this one, but look at the druzy. This is the other half of the geode that had the seed crystals. I love when it's just the little like clusters, little balls, and it's just coated in the druzy. Selenite, maybe? How would you clean a smoky quartz? I would clean a smoky quartz the same way I would any regular quartz. I would use iron out. Like I said, that one definitely isn't a smoky quartz because smoky gets its color from radiation. No, there's selenite. Selenite starts a lot of wars. Hello, Eula. How are you doing? But yeah, I would recommend using some iron out on smoky quartz. This color here that resembles smoky is just because of discoloration. Yes, I do. I will. I'll show you guys my collection here at the end. It's a little disorganized in here. All right, now here we go. This is one of my favorites that we cracked open tonight. Kevin, welcome to the stream, my friend. We are wrapping things up. So this was that little geodized horn coral that we cracked. And look at the crystals in this. Look at all the rainbows in there. Really, really pretty. Yeah, iron out. I use 1 gallon of hot water, as hot as you can get it. Curious what that is. Up there. 1 gallon of hot water and 1/4 cup of iron out, the powdered iron out. And obviously you're going to want to do that outside. Don't breathe in the fumes. They are not good for you. And give them a soak, and it should get rid of any iron deposits. Yeah, this one's really pretty, guys. So the little ones have the really, really pretty crystals. Really clear. Look at that. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like there's 3 dots in that. But I'm sure it's just the crystals. That's crazy. Just how clear they are. I'm so sorry to hear that, Eula. I hope you recover from that quick. I know it is not fun. My wife fought it and overcame it, and it was a rough couple of weeks. Jarrett, I do on Facebook. I do this stream every week, every Monday or Tuesday. I just launched my YouTube channel today. I've got my first collecting video over there up. If you scroll through the comments here, you will see that. Here's just another little one that was pretty much solid. We'll check out. But yeah, I do this every week, and for the next couple weeks, I'm going to be doing. Well, stick around to the end. I don't want to get into my announcements just yet. We're almost done. Just two more things. Two more things to check out. So this one here is that big geodized fossil I was telling you guys about. So this is a brachiopod. So like I said, you can see the quite obvious symmetry in the shape of it here. But then when we look in here, if this would focus, these are the fragments of shell you could see. Hold on, I think I got too much. There we go. A little bit easier to see. So we can see little bits of it here. Oh yeah, thank you. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna have a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, this one you can see, and even down in this parts here. So this was a brachiopod that just blew up. But yeah, this thing is huge. If you caught my collecting video, that's the one that I found that on my trip out the day after Christmas. So that day I went out with Jim. All right, guys, and then here we are. This is the one I've been saving for the end. The one we cracked second to last because we always do an extra one. And then this is the one that's got the goethite. So you can already see a little bit. You see them on there? That's not dirt. Those are crystals or mineral deposit. Look at that goethite. And I always find it this one's got some aragonite in there too. That's what that white stuff in there is too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. This one's got some things on it. I'm not too sure what that white stuff is. I would think aragonite, but I'm not too sure. If it glows under the UV, then it's aragonite. Oh, come on. I'm not turning it. Such a pain in the butt. And here's that other side. It's got some really pretty yellow discoloration. Looks like we've got a little bit of hematite there and there. Oh yeah, lots of iridescence in this one too. And then we still have this big side. Don't mind that orange in there. That was just some chipped of some paint chipped off from my my pipe cutter. So yeah, this one's really, really cool too. All right, now all right, where'd it go? All right, I got my UV light. I'm gonna turn off this flash here. You'd like to know as well. Sense some sarcasm. I'm confused. Yes, I got it. Turning this light off. Bum, bum, bum. Here we go. So that orange there, that's the paint from the pipe cutter. So yeah, I don't know down in there. Hold on, let me get a little better situated. Sorry, guys. Wow, holy moly. Hey, remember the one for my daughter that I said was going to have some banding in it? Look at that. Oh, wait, whoa. Yeah, so that is just, that orange is flaking off of the paint on my pipe cutter. Lots of calcite in the exteriors of these. Not uncommon at all. But I'm thinking that's all we're going to see. I don't think... yeah, lots of calcite, guys. And hey, I don't know what's going on in the chat, but keep it cool, all right? I don't know if that's sarcasm, people are joking or what, but I don't want anybody arguing, all right? Keep it friendly. But yes, super awesome. Not quite as exciting. I was hoping to maybe get some, come on. Woo! I can see now. I was hoping to maybe find some highlight, which is water opal. Try not to walk into anything. Okay, good. I didn't think so. But I was like half reading and... and there we are. Sorry about that. But yeah, pretty awesome ones, guys. Yeah, it was. Paisley's pick is really, really pretty. So I'm going to end up having to get her... I think I'm going to get her own... her own UV light to check some things out, because she's picked out one of the Uper lights that I've got, and she's got a couple things that glow. So yeah, not a problem. I enjoy it. I have so much fun doing this. So my announcement is, let me find it. So, I know it's going to be turned around. Hold on. I don't have it out here, but I have this that came with it. So, do you guys know what that means? I got my polisher, guys. I went and picked it up last week. I've got the 8-inch all-you-need rock and mineral model from High Tech Diamond. They sponsored me and offered me a discount, and I took a little bit of time to save up for it, but I finally got it. I've been talking about it a couple times. So I'm enjoying it. It's been fun so far. So I'm working on doing a little bit of an unboxing video for that to throw up. Sorry, guys, I'm just adjusting my tripod so I can hold it a little bit better. There we go. So, yeah, I'm working on the unboxing video, so that's going to be up on my YouTube soon. They will be tracking me. It's not a full-on sponsorship like Agadad or anything like that. This is just baby steps. They didn't... It wasn't for my YouTube content. That just started today. It's for my Facebook, my social media content. So they're intrigued. They haven't really seen it before, so we're testing some things out. So, like I said, I've got that now. And this polisher that I have is so awesome and so quiet that I can use it inside my house. I tested it. I had it set up downstairs in my basement, and my 10-month-old son was in his pack and play, and my daughter was on a little sofa, and they were watching some Lion King 12 feet away from me, and I was sitting there polishing rocks, and no problems. They were able to watch the movie and everything like that. So that means I'm going to be introducing a stream of polishing. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of things with that. I'm going to choose maybe 2 or 3 halves of a geode, or maybe one geode. I don't have a whole lot right now. I have some that I cut over the summer. Yeah, it's super quiet. Super, super quiet. I love it. Sorry, my batteries are dying in my light there. So let me stand over this way. Yeah, I'm excited too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find... Oh, that's what's going on. I didn't turn this light on over here. There we go. So, yes, like I said, I'm going to be introducing that to a live stream. And there's going to be some content for that over on my YouTube. For that one, though, I'm going to do the first live stream of doing a polishing video is going to come either this Thursday or Friday. and I'm going to start that one. I'm going to host that one over on my YouTube channel just to kind of test that one out and see how it goes. And then I'm going to be doing that every week, and I might bounce between either hosting it in Facebook or hosting it in YouTube. I'm not too sure. Like I said, just started it. I'm still trying it out. It's not a slab polisher. Let me see. It's a lapidary polisher. It's not called a slab polisher, so I don't know if that's something different, but it's basically, I've got a lapidary disc that I start off with. That's a 180 grit, and then it goes up. I wish I had some of the paperwork with me, but like I said, I've been using it inside, so everything's all the stuff for it is inside. But it's just goes up in grits, and then like I said, start with 180 for the lapidary, so that one's like a metal pad, and then the rest are smoothing pads, and it goes to what does it start with? I think 500 grit, then 1200 grit, then 3000 grit, and then there's another one in between, and then there's buffing and final polishing felt pad that you use a 14,000 mesh polishing paste for, and it works so well. And it, like I said, it's so quiet, and it really only takes, if I'm doing a couple pieces, I can spend, similar to 4 cabs, but it's not all set up. It's not all lined up in a row. It's, I stop the machine and I unscrew it and I switch out the pad and then I put it back in. But it's got its water delivery system. Like I said, it's super quiet. Doesn't make a big old mess. Super awesome. I'm thinking, and when I talked to them at High Tech, they didn't recommend, and I talked to them, sounds gritty, and I talked to them about what I was going to be using it with. But I know that High Tech does sell like a 40 grit, a 60 grit, and an 80 grit of the same lapidary, like the metal discs. So I've noticed that too. With didn't have any issues with my geodes, but I have some thunder eggs that I'm polishing, and those ones were whatever saw, they left just straight line striations in it, so saw marks. Maybe it was a water saw or something like that. I am so glad to hear that, Stephanie. I'm glad it takes away some stress for you. It takes away stress for me, and I'm excited to see where this all goes. I don't know how many subscriptions I'm at now with. It's super cool. Like I said, I'm gonna have a stream up this week, either Thursday or Friday, showing you guys that polisher. And I'm planning to, I did some shooting when I unboxed it the first day when I had it. I just got to finish editing that. So hopefully I can get that over to you guys and put up on my YouTube. Probably not tonight, but maybe tomorrow. So that being said, like I talked about last week, so for this week and next week at least, and maybe for 3 weeks, I'm not too sure. Yeah, they're not too cheap. So it took me a couple of months to save up for it, and then even with using the discount, it still costs a little bit of money. But I'm excited for it. So yeah, like I said, oh, thank you, Gabby. I appreciate you sharing that link. Yeah, I believe retail for the model that I got, the 8-inch all you need rock and mineral, is $579.99. So yeah, they are not cheap, but they work really well. So you get what you pay for. So I'm excited for that. So like I said, for the next 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, there's going to be 2 streams going on. Monday/Tuesday, I'm going to be hosting here on Facebook, Cracking Open Geodes. And then on a Thursday or Friday, I'm going to host a stream over on YouTube just to test that out. I'm not too sure how that's going to go, but I know YouTube has the option to go live. So just want to give that a try, see how different it is, and go from there. And if that's something that's popular, I'll continue to do bounce back and forth. Otherwise, I'll keep doing my... Yep, that's exactly what it is, man. I don't want to talk about sales, but the rocks that I did sell, all that money went to saving up for my polisher. So, Mike Jones, which one did you get? I'm looking at them. Sorry, I got the 8-inch all you need, the rock and mineral model. I got that one. They do recommend also getting the 3000 grit smoothing pad. In addition, just because it's an extra an extra buff, and it helps. Hello from Sweden. How you doing? Welcome to the show. I'm glad you caught us live. It's getting towards the end, but I'm glad you're here. Not a problem, Johnny. I always love when you're in the show, man. Grind hard, stay humble, always, always, always. But yeah, like I said, so regular stream on Facebook is going to be Monday, Tuesdays like normal. And the next couple weeks, there's going to be extra streams. I will make sure, like I said, they're going to be starting over on YouTube, but those links and everything will be shared to this group, so you guys will all have a way to see those and get to those. If not, head to my YouTube before then, subscribe, and you'll always know when I've got content going out. And like I announced, I have my polisher finally, so there's going to be an additional stream coming to you either from Facebook or YouTube. Still figuring it out, of polishing too. So my door just blew open. I've been out here all this time. My wife went inside like 40 minutes ago. Who's out here? I think it was my snowman. But yeah, that's the snowman we built today, guys. I said I would show you guys. It's pretty big. I'm not gonna lie. It's like up to my chin. We worked hard on it. But I'm rambling now. Awesome things to come, guys. Check out my YouTube. Check that video out. Adam, welcome to the show, my friend. You're catching it right at the end. But there's always the rebroadcast. And then one awesome thing I'm planning to do with my YouTube is all of my streams are going to end up going there. My previous ones, you'll be able to see the whole thing, which I know some of them are long because I do spend some time talking about certain things and teaching and just BSing. But also what I'm going to be doing as well, yeah, living in a nice part of town, sure. No, that snowman will not survive very long. Yeah, thank you, Gabby. I appreciate that. So, got some fun things coming, guys. Goodbye, Eli. Have a great night. I'm so glad you're watching. 8 years old. Ooh, you should be in bed, unless your time zone's further behind mine. Obviously, listen to whatever your mother says. But my 6-year-old goes to bed at 8 o'clock every day. But she enjoys watching the shows, too. All right, guys, I'm excited. There's some really cool things coming, and it's all thanks to you guys. I, on a whim, decided to make a post one night and ask, hey, who wants to watch me crack open some geodes? And here we are. This show here is going to be show number 15. This is episode 15 or whatever of this stream, and not sure how many views this one has, but with the 14 before this, I was already at over 55,000 views on those 14 videos. So you guys are awesome. You guys definitely are my encouragement to keep on doing this and to keep on bringing you guys awesome things. So stay tuned for the awesome things to come. And until then, just keep on cracking, guys. Have a great night. Started from the bottom, now you're here. That's right, man. That is right.